Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner. We are on the Phase 4 public test server. And we are not picking up where we left off because I've been running around here a little bit on my own. I've been testing out vehicles with big fat tires versus the skinnier tires, and anything with huge tires gets around pretty good. Anything with the thinner tires like the 6x6 or the Duramax, they're fucked. So I saw I got about I've been messing around here for a couple hours, but I saw that I have about 45 minutes left on the upload of the very first episode. So this is episode 2. I've been cruising around. Well, I must have spent an hour and a half going back to Wisconsin and retaining all the trucks I use there so I could have them on this map, and then fitting them out with either Tega tires or monster mud tires, which have ice grip as well, and running around with them. Right now I'm gonna go way over here, take that bypass, go check this out, and then grab bridge to town, and then see if there's any way to get across. It doesn't look like there is. Not unless I can jump it way back here and then go across there. Otherwise, you have to go all the frickin' way back there to get to the other side. So I'm fairly certain this is all open water. So anyways, might just have to spawn a different IX5, but that's a long frickin' ways down here just to pick up a radar trailer and then start heading north. This thing can get kind of wild. I had it ride a wheelie for like 50 feet before I finally, got scared that it was gonna go over and let off the gas. And the steering is a little funky. And the rocks on the road upset it. Upset how it steers, how it drives. But for scrambling over shit and getting through the snow and the mud, it's we already got that on the other end. There's a fuel tanker down there. We have to haul to the gas station to make the gas station work. In fact, it's the bottoms up that's on my screen. I have had the Kraz out here just as a test, and then I recovered it to the garage. It works beautiful on this shit. I've had the great big Western Star with the 91-inch flotation tires out here. It goes right through the snow and mud like it's not even there. You see this thing, when I have to slow down, you know, because it's not steering right, and then I hit the gas again, it jumps off. I mean, it jumps into a different direction. You know, practically jumps clean off the ground. There was a bypass for that little wooden bridge. Wonder if there was something down there. I didn't see the right front caught that rock, and it just pulled me right into the big boulder. So it's kind of a pain in the frickin' ass to drive. But that said, it'll go just about anywhere. But I found that sometimes you're better off to have it in low range on big boulders like this, because it decreases the wheel speed. It's got so much horsepower that it can just pull a wheelie right off the line, you know. But when it hits boulders and shit, that's when it really shoots off in one direction or another. I think it needs more torque to the front wheels than the rear wheels. Let the front wheels pull it, and let the rear wheels just kind of add a little extra. You know, I pushed in the clutch. You can hear it every time it does that wind up sound, like it's taken off. That's when it jumps a weird direction. See there, I started to open it up a little bit. I just basically, there's a couple jobs in here, but I mostly want to see there's anything else in here. Accept, start, deliver a missing tank. Well, that still bottoms up. I didn't start tracking. Stuck SUV. Where is it? Oh, it's on the other side. At the apex. We've been up there. Just want to take a look up this alley. See if there's anything interesting. Doesn't appear so. So we'll go back out to the main road. Sideswipe the car. Doesn't look like anything interesting on these side roads. In that case, we'll go back to the other place. Come on. There we go. See, anything else wouldn't even be moving right now. You'd be winching. I know. I tried to get the Duramax across this field. Was a little valley between two mountains, and it looked pretty nice. Just had some small trees that I could knock over. And then as soon as I get out there, I sink right to the rocker panels in a swamp. It was a mud bog with a little snow over the top. Had to winch all the way through it, and it was a long ways. See that shit there? Was just like it. Maybe not as bad, but I drove right through it. Anything back in that corner I missed? Nope. I'm just looking for stuff that would be good knowledge for later. Oh, the steering just kills me. Apparently, this thing's not going to acknowledge us. There it jiggled. Must be tied to a job. This didn't give us any points. Oh, and by the way, excuse me. This is hard mode. They're testing hard mode with this version of the game. I don't know, I'll have to confirm that, but that's what I heard. And you know how that goes. Alright, I want to go around that side, Unlucky Expedition, and then to go see what the bridge takes. If you never hit anything to redirect the Jeep in a different direction, you could hold it straight and steady. But these ruts, the mud, the rocks, everything makes it go a different way. Wonder if going up on my sensitivity or down which one would help. I don't know if either one would, but it seems like the wheels turn very slowly. I mean, back and look, here's full right, here's full left. And see, it turns hard. It will turn sharp, but it takes a long time to make that correction. Won't go too nuts, but bump it up some. That also alters the stick sensitivity of being able to move the camera around. And so I'll have to do that with the mouse. Or it'll just be spinning circles. It'll spin 6 times around when I touch it a tiny bit. Hey, this seems to be letting me control it a little better. Except tracking will tell us what it is. Broken SUV, trailer, cabin, and deliver a cabin. Right there, I guess. Well, let's get going. cool. It's all Russian. I thought I might read it, but it's all Russian also. You can zoom in pretty good. I'm sure bulletin boards and everything are all Russian. Look at all these storefronts. Oh, come on, Jeep, you were being good. See, the right side wheels caught the edge of the snow, so it drags me in. By the time I correct, it's trying to make a frickin' U-turn. Accept detail or tracking, which will give me details. 2 metal beam. Imagine that. Now, how the hell do I get around? Wonder how big of a... See it? It's like without the diff lock in, it's like one wheel power, it's like one rear wheel powers up more than the other and throws it sideways. Oh! Come on, keep coming around. Just keep bouncing, keep bouncing. There we go. Good bouncy ball tires. They just keep on a bouncing. Wouldn't be surprised if the damn thing floated. I'm not gonna test it though. Especially when I don't even have reverse there. I got reverse at least. Oh, I would love to get across here. But maybe I'll just take... Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm surprised it's coming out.
Haven't seen a violence inherent in the system! Help! Help! I'm being repressed! Bloody peasant! Oh, what a giveaway! Do you hear that? Do you hear that, eh? That's what I'm on about. Do you see him repressing me?
That's the second time I've heard that. I'll put it back in low. Probably won't let me leave it locked in, but I just want to go slower. Probably, you guys probably never thought you'd hear me say that, but in this thing, low range just gives you better control. If I had it in straight up automatic right now, it'd be whipping donuts. I got halfway across. Looks like there might be an ice bridge up here. Let me go back to regular low. The throttle response is too quick, and the steering response is too slow. No, that's not a nice bridge. It just appeared that way from a distance. See, now this big ass boulder has got me turned sideways. It might be time to admit that we're not going to get across down here and just switch to another vehicle. Even all the way down here, there's still too wide a gap. It's going to have to just sit there until I fix the bridge. Or I can return it to the garage, but once I fix the bridge, I could do more scouting with it. But by the time I fix the bridge, I probably won't need to do any more scouting. Shut it off. Go to the garage. And garage is way back here. That crawls anywhere you want it, but I can't haul any freight with that particular bed. But that particular bed gives me 1,000 repair points. So what do I want? Do I want to haul freight or do I want the repair points? Because I can't have both. I can equip a high saddle or a low saddle, but it's way too tall for any trailer that's available to me. If I'm not hauling freight, I don't really need the crane. Unless I was gonna use the crane on another vehicle to load another vehicle. But as far as what do I want to jump into right now, and where do I want to go? Oh, you know what? I was trying to climb this hill to get to landslide on the highway, and I could not. So why don't we take one of these to do that? I put fuel and repair points on the Kraz. And I've got the evacuator set up with big fat monster mud tires. I've got, oh, let's check this out. No, I can't get to it without going to the CRAS first. This is a truck you've never seen before. This is called, it's a Voron, but they call it some kind of forest edition. It's got 3 different varieties of these wide, almost paddle-like wheels. Well, those grab the snow and mud like crazy. I wasn't necessarily gonna take along the barrels and shit, except that it's gives me repair points. But if it weighs me down too much, then the hell with it. But these wheels don't have shit for traction on the road. Let's try this one. We've seen what the CRAS can do. Here's that valley that I went across. I don't know. I tested this thing out in the snow without a trailer, and it was great. What it'll do with a trailer, I don't know. Steering's very slow, about turning from one side to the other. This is except for the little test drive to see if it would handle the snow. This is the first time I've driven it. This is the first time I've driven it in the game with the camera on. Otherwise, all I did was take a little loop out in the snow to see how these tires would handle the snow. It's a lot slower with the trailer. My trench from before is gone. Might have to, well, no range it's moving. I was gonna say I might have to disconnect the trailer, move the truck ahead a ways, winch the trailer closer, and then move the truck ahead a ways. You know what I mean? Yeah, now the dang thing's screwing up. So without the trailer, it goes. I couldn't get the Duramax through here without winching. It was just completely bogged down. See if I can winch the trailer up closer now? Or am I just leaving it there? I'm tempted to say fuck it. I say it was just kind of a thought that maybe I could pull along some points, but now I can't winch onto that trailer. Screw it. I'll pick it up with the Kraz Chabors or that big sucker. I should run that big sucker down here and see. I bet I could pull this thing through, besides just drive through with that. I'm gonna see. I'm not that far along. I'm gonna bring this big bastard down there. God, I should almost hook it up to haul shit, but I hate to give up the points. You cannot load freight on this bed. But, you know, I'm not really looking to haul freight right now. Or I would take, you know, take that out there. Or I'd take the Kraz Chabors with a 4-spot trailer. I'm just looking for being able to go anywhere. Unless it's too wide. These are some fat ass freaking tires, man. And I don't know if it'll go through that mud bog any better than the one that's in there. But the Kraz Chabors was getting around easier than that truck with the forest tires. This thing's causing glitches everywhere I go. It was glitching out in the garage. Now the screen's flashing. The spring flies hatched. Got 3 or 4 of them buzzing around my head. This thing might actually work better. It's very slow to respond. Yeah, move up a little. So I can back this big bitch up into here. Trailer's on. Wow, look how much it leans. Now don't move after I get you set. It's full-time diff lock, but it's not in low range. It's just first gear. I don't think that's on the truck. I don't know what I'm pulling from on the trailer. There were two dots on top of each other. Look at this. Automatic diff lock, but still an automatic. Might actually speed up if I put it in low range. Yeah, because the tires aren't spinning too fast and not losing as much traction. I'm just going to release winch. Here's the Duramax. Slipping and sliding on the ice. Once I get up there, do I need to haul that trailer around? Actually, I don't on this truck. This truck has all kinds of points. Hang on a sec. Alrighty. That T going right through me. um, Detached trailer. Get around this thing somehow. There we go. Right about here is about where I got, was about where I got stuck with the Duramax. This was the point that I wasn't going anywhere without winching. These huge tires don't even sink into the mud. I'm keeping my right hand on the mouse so I can see where I'm going. I still have not taken the time to put in my tree mod. So of course that's the only thing giving me trouble right now. Murphy's Law. Can't even get the whole truck up there. Show task. Accept. Tracking. 2 wood blanks, 1 service spare part. Now where do I want to go with this beast? Have I gotten Unlucky Expedition? I picked that up back in town there. Getting to the point where I gotta look to see if I got them or not. I do not have hard to reach places. We could come down the road, up this gully, across here, and then maybe cut down, or come down here and up and over, and then just straight across. Either way, I gotta turn around. I could put a tow line. Oh, that's a sideboard semi-trailer. Where's my IX5? You know, if I could throw a tow line across the open water, get it on that IX5, I could probably just go ahead and dunk it and then pull it back out. Maybe. Maybe. I've driven past the quarry to get this one. You see the M134 there. But it was so hard to handle. This thing's a monster. This is the extended version too. There's two of these. The short version, I'm talking about wheel length. The shorter wheel length version, I couldn't find it in my list. But there was one truck in my list that said invalid truck, so maybe that was it. You got to start your turn like 50 feet ahead of time. Ooh, a lot of trees in there, and I don't have my tree mod. All this little tiny stubble is trees. Maybe I should just go down to here. I should definitely make it daytime. You pull up there and see what that looks like. If it's trees I can knock over or not. Might be okay after I get past that first couple. Oh sure, these little guys I can plow right over. Low range is just real nice and smooth. Low plus, you get more tire smoke, more bouncing around. Not tire smoke, tire spin. I meant to say more smoke from the exhaust. See, it's not gonna turn short enough. Yeah, horn works. Try the lights. The Kraz Chabors, you can just leave it in automatic and go. Don't do that. Well, in automatic, it's got a lot quicker takeoff. That tree is gonna bind me up. It's glitching through the truck. And I can't get the front end around the other tree without sliding into this tree. I need to pull the truck sideways. Now I need to pull the front sideways. See that tree that's stuck? That's causing the problem. The way it's bending over doesn't want to let me move. And then pulls me back. So I can't even drive off of it. Well, I'm into this tree now. I slide down when I try to go back. Let's try that tree. I'm clipping through this one. But I got off of that one. Let's try doing this in super low. So I can maneuver very carefully. Look at that. So I can deal with trees. I just don't like to. It takes up too much time when I'm recording. I mean, that was, what, 10 minutes to get off one tree? And now I'm at my hour. Where do I got myself going with these waypoints? I mean, I know where I need to get to, but I made them right across the top of all those boulders. That's okay. This thing will do it. I don't even have to go around this. I just do that. Hard to reach, they call this job? Well, it depends what you're driving. You know what I'm gonna do? I can't make that corner, so I'm gonna go like this. Show task, accept, start tracking. Got to bring a cabin, a cargo container, and one's consumables down to this little corner of hell. Looks like you gotta deliver the shit all over the place. Pick up one place, drop off the other, and like here to here. Maybe here to here, I don't know. But it looks like it's all over the frickin' place. All over this corner, which is really terrible terrain. Well, that's an hour 2. I could roll up there and get this last watchtower, I suppose. Probably end up being an hour 20. We'll see. I don't give a shit about the contest. You don't win contests with this truck. Kraz Chabors might have a shot at it. You could get in trouble trying to take a very narrow pass. Unless, you know, it's not too awful big and you can ride over the top. I mean, if the boulders aren't too awful big, maybe you can ride over the top. I want to see where the front end is going, especially when there's trees around. Hey, that big rock tossed me right into this sucker. So I'll take more of that rock. Slip past that one. Slip past this one. Where do I need to go up there? I do need to go to the right a little bit, but I think I can go forward and to the right rather than up those rocks. I don't know. That looks like it takes you right up there. Dang. If I continue straight, I can turn right here. Then I've got a couple trees, a little open spot. I think I can knock that one down. But what about all that other shit? Looks like the trees just keep getting thicker. Or I could maybe go through right there. Frankly, I think the rocks are probably the best way in there. Low range. That's already on. That little guy I can mow down, I think. Or maybe not. Right between them then. Wants to follow gravity down the hill. That winch point isn't gonna do shit. Will that pull? First I had the handbrake on, and then I released the rope. Handbrake off, pull. I'll get up over in front of me so I can see where I'm going. Whenever I wiggle it back and forth, I get a little more out of it. Oh, that time I slid back. I think I got something in front of me or something. Oh, I'm up against this tree. That's why it's not moving. It's between the wheels and it's starting to clip into the wheels, it looks like. Is that gonna pull? Nope, it's gonna break off. Yep, that's what I figured. One attached to the tower. Oh hey, there I got the tower leg. That'll pull me away from the tree. Release the winch. Do it the rest of the way on my own. And here we are. Got that big bastard up here. Launch observation. Map. There's an upgrade up there. If I had the tree mod working, I'd just bust down this hillside, you know, or right there, or right here. Check out the gateway. I don't know what's supposed to be the road. It shows a trail. Is that it behind me? It shows it on the map. Right off my tail, going down the hill to the left. That would be right between these boulders and then down right there. Isn't that the way I just came up? Or did I come up somewhere else? No, I pulled myself between those two trees. I was thinking about sticking with it and trying to go get that upgrade. But look at all the swamp and shit between me and that upgrade. Nah, I'm an hour 20 in. So there's the whole map. go back to here and say thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.